Hi guys, welcome to a new video on the channel, and on today's video we'll be making a waistcoat just as you saw on the thumbnail. So guys, if this looks like something you'd be interested in watching, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, and also to turn on your post notifications so you're the first to be aware when a new video comes on the channel. So go right into this video. Now for this, I have drawn a line on this point, and I'm going to be working with my measurements from this paper. Now I have drawn a line on this point, and this line is my round bust divided by 4, and I'm using 10 inches. So this is what I am working with basically. I want to go out to draw the basic bodice pattern on this paper before we go into making the waistcoat. So guys, walk with me. Okay guys, so now I have made my shoulder slant on. This is the shoulder area, then this is my chest line, my round bust line, under bust. This is the full length of the waistcoat, and then this line here is just the extra line for where I want the pointed part of the waistcoat to touch. So now let's make short lines extending to this. Now we'll come to this shoulder area here. We're going to take a half of the measurement which we have, which for us is going to be 3.5, being that we've already taken out so this is what we're going to have, which is 3.5 inches on this point, and we're going to come in by a ½ inch in here. So now we're going to take our nipple to nipple measurement, which for me is 4 inches, and we're going to make our markings on the 4 inches point, and we're going to draw a joining line. From this line on the chest area here, we're going to make a connecting curve line to meet this point on the armhole area. So guys, you can see that we've drawn our curved line here. Now we're going to come to this waist area, but let me quickly label this out just so that you understand it. So this is our chest line, this is our bust line, this is our under bust line, this is the waist line, and this is the full length of our waistcoat here. So we're going to come to the waistline, which is here, and we're going to take out a ½ inch in measurement on both sides, and we're going to join it with straight lines. We are going to extend these lines to start from the under bust all the way to the full length of this dress. Then from this under bust area, we're going to blend it into the bust point. As you can see me doing, this is how we're going to blend it. It's not going to be anything too curvy. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other side of the waistcoat, and we're also going to blend it using the same fashion, just so that they both are alike. Now this is what we have. Now we'll come to this top here of our waistcoat, and we're going to take out a ½ inch as well on both sides, just so that we have it rhyming. And this is what we have. So this is what we're going to be taking out, and we're going to make it blend in with this point so that it curves on this point. And we're going to do the same, but for the other side we're going to basically use our free hand to make out this point. Now guys, we're going to reduce this shoulder, but if not, it's going to get our shoulder blade area. So we're going to reduce this shoulder by 1 inch, right? So we're going to eat into it by 1 inch, which is this much, and I'm going to do the same for this bottom here, also opening it down by 1 inch. So guys, we're going to fold these points in here to make these lines meet together, just like this. Now we're going to redraw this line so that they can meet at this point. We have our curves more defined, because we're going to be closing out this waistcoat, and this is what we're going to have. We'll come to the bottom again of this waistcoat, which is here. Now, to work on this bottom, we're going to mark out the points where we want to have that V shape. We're going to be using 3 inches for this, so we're going to put our point here for the 3 inches, and we're going to make a straight line. So guys, it depends on you. You could choose to have yours straight, or you could choose to still use this or you could choose to still have this V on the bottom of yours. Now, before we blend it out, we're going to fold this part to meet with this other side, right? We're going to fold this part out to meet with this other side, like so that now we can go on to draw our V conveniently. And this is what we're going to have. Now we're going to blend out the V to meet with the other side, like this. We're going to add 1 inch to this point to serve as our buttonhole point for the waistcoat. So guys, by virtue of this new line, we're going to redraw this curve here. So let's extend our line, and this is what we're going to be having now, right? So this is going to be the new line that we're going to be working with. So this is the new line we're working with. Now we're going to draw out our neckline, ensuring to curve it at this point. So it depends on what you want to use for your neck depth. For mine, I want to use about 10 inches for neck depth, so I'm going to mark it here on this 10-inch point, and we're going to now make it meet this neckline area. So now this is the new neckline that we are working with, and so I'm going to have my buttons on this point here. Now this is what we have for our waistcoat cutting. So now we'll go on to cut out the pattern for the back pattern for our waistcoat. And so we're going to make basic markings on it. For instance, we're going to take out our shoulder measurement and the neck line for the back. So we're going to mark out on 3 inches here, and then we're also going to still take out our regular, the 1/8 inch that we used for the same line. Then how deep do we want the back to be? I'm going to be taking it down by 2 inches. So now let's make a marking to touch on this 2-inch line, just like this. So we're going to have, guys, we're going to go on to take out our full length measurement. Let's mark out the full length, which is this, and this is my waistline. And so this is my waistline, which is my waistline for the back. So guys, for the rest of this, I want to just place the front on the back and use the front as a guide for the back. All right, so you can use sellotapes to hold yours in place. So guys, now this is the front pattern and placed on the back, and so I'm just going to use this to trim out the pattern pieces. For this middle side here, for this middle point where we have the spacing, I'm just going to cut a straight line, literally like we did not make this 1/2 inch measurement initially. So guys, as you can see now, we've placed the pattern on our fabric which we're going to cut. So now we're going to go on to trim this pattern on the fabric, and for this I'm going to be leaving out a ½ inch in allowance all round about this very first piece. So now we'll go on to cut. So now we'll place the back as well, and we're going to trim out for the back. So guys, also don't forget that we have a 1-inch allowance on this point, so we're going to put it in even as we're trimming out for the back. So guys, this is our front piece after we have cut it out, and then we've also ironed the interface into it. Then we've also gone on to cut out the lining for. Then we've also done the same thing for the back side. As you can see, iron interface into it, and this is the center back panel. So guys, we're going to take this to the machine and we're going to start stitching. This is what the front side of this looks like. Now you can see that we have joined it together, and so this is what it looks like, and this is the other side. I'm putting it together assuming we're done making this dress. This is what we're going to have it looking like. And so guys, this is the back side. You can also see that we have ironed interfacing on the back side, and we've also ironed the seams flat. So this is what the back side looks like. Now we've also done the same thing for the front, right? Iron interfacing and iron the seams flat. Now you might also notice that I nudged on some important points on the front part, right? Anyway, I have like a curve, I made sure to nudge it just so that we don't have it squeezing from the inside part. Then we've also joined together the lining for both sides. This is the lining for the front side, and then this is the lining for the back side. So we've done the same thing for both front and back material and lining. Guys, now we're going to take this to the machine, and we're going to join the shoulder part for this front and the back side together. So we're going to join it together to look something like this, and then we're going to also do the same joining for the lining, and we'll bring it back. So guys, this is the front and back after it has been joined on the shoulder section, as you can see, and then this is what it looks like. So we've sewn it down and we've ironed it flat out, right, for both sides. We've also done the same thing with the lining. Now we're going to take this to the machines. Also guys, when you're joining yours, please don't forget to ensure that it is right side facing right side when you join, just so that you can have this, and it's going to be the same for this. Now we're going to take this to the machine, and we're going to join it on the neck area. So we're going to be joining this on the machine on the neck area up to this part of the front side. Then I'll bring it back to show you what we have so far. Hi guys, so now we have stitched the lining to the fabric, just as you can see. Let me show you how it was stitched. You can see the straight line, the sewing line. You can see it at the corner of this. You can also see how we made the V on this pointed part of the material. Then you can see up onto the rest. You would also notice that the armhole area is yet to be sewn, and then I have sewn it up to this middle point. You would also notice I have notched this other side. Now I've also turned out this other side. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what the other side looks like after it has been turned, notched, and the points have been put out with the waistcoat. Now let's do the same thing for this side that has yet to be turned. Before we also go further, let me also show you that for the back side, which is here, I have also joined it to the lining. You can notice how it was sewn So guys, this stitching is just as simple as taking it to your machine and just running a straight line on it and then repeating the same thing for this front side. So guys, now we're going to nudge this material. Let's do it on the light side so that you can see it. So we're going to nudge it on this side where we have where we have a curve on the neck side. So on this point here, I'm going to nudge it in the middle of this, just as you can see. Then we're going to nudge all of the rest. So guys, when you're nudging, please be careful to ensure that your scissors does not cut past the sewing line. Ensure it does not cut your sewing line, as you can see me doing. Just close it enough to your sewing line, right? So guys, we've turned the front one back, and what we want to do now is take this to the machine and sew the armhole area. Then we're going to nudge it in just as we did for the corners of the neckline of this waistcoat. So now we've come back from the machine, and this is the armhole, and we have stitched the armhole together, as you can see. So now we'll go on to nudge. So now this is the back of our waistcoat. Now I want to attach a rope on this back side that is going to have like a little bit of buckle that we can use to tighten this waistcoat if we feel like having it tight, or maybe still leaving it free if we still feel like I'm just having it randomly free, right? So for that, I want the length of my rope to be from the beginning, which is this point here, up until after this stitching line here. So I do not have any length in particular in my mind, but I'm going to be using 17 inches since it's like like 2 inches more than this line. And these are the 2 strips of cloth that we're going to be using for both sides on the back. So I'm going to take this to the machine. I'm going to turn this over like this, and then we're going to sew it on this end so we can attach it using this other end to the waistcoat. So okay, so now we'll bring this our waistcoat. You can already see how it looks like, and then the sides here are open, as you can see. Both sides are still open, but I've held it down with pins on both ends. So guys, now we're going to shaping it on the sides, and then we're going to trim out the excesses that we have. So go on and shaping your own waistcoat using your body circumference divided by 2. As you can notice where we've attached this the bands that we made, you also notice that it is not sewn to the lining. It is sewn by itself. If you can notice this sewing line here, and then the lining is still free on both sides. So now we're going to turn in this waistcoat on both sides, right? So we're going to fold over this front side to meet with this back side, and from this other side here we are going to run it to look just like this. So we're going to attach the top sides to meet, and we're going to do the same for the bottom sides, just like this, and we're going to sew it. We're going to sew it round, and we'll bring it back. Okay guys, so this is our this is the first side that we have joined, and you can see what it looks like, and then this is the inside after we have joined it. You can also see what it looks like when we use that joining, the way we joined it basically. So this is what it looks like. Now we're going to go on to join this second side that is still open, and for this one we're going to do this. We're going to stitch the right sides first, the front sides and the back side. We're going to first stitch this, then we're going to sew it all the way into the lining until we have a very small opening, and then we're going to manually sew it together. Guys, now the second side of the jacket has been joined just like the first, but as you can also see, we still have this opening here and so we're going to use a needle to manually close it on this point here, just so that it can be like the other side, which we're able to turn perfectly. So guys, we're going to grab your needles and we're going to sew this. So guys, we've gotten our needle and our thread. Notice that I'm only also using 2 lines. So now we'll go on to sew it. So after our needle work, this is what we have. As you can see, it's not as smooth as the other side looks. Let me show you. So this is the other side, the one that is machine sewn, and this is the one that we used our hand to close out for our jacket. So guys, when you're making yours, please ensure yours is smoother than mine. And now this is our finished jacket. So guys, or waistcoat rather. So all that is remaining for this waistcoat is for us to put the buttons and make the button hole. So guys, thank you for watching this video up to this point. I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. Please don't forget to leave a comment, to like this video, to subscribe, and you can also share. And guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.